You're listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips, where we present audiobook quality readings of the classics for your enjoyment. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, just because you're a bumpkin doesn't mean you can't be cultured. Well, hello there. It has been over a week and a half since I posted a podcast. I've been doing pretty good in 2023. I believe you'll agree with me if you've been listening at all for more than a few weeks. You say, oh, this guy has been posting regularly, but not the last week and a half. Sorry about that. I got sick. I wasn't feeling that great. I got behind and I just didn't post. But I am feeling like $1,000,000 now. And I wanted to read this short little poem, which is maybe one of the most sentimental poems that I know, and I'll tell you why. The poem is by William Blake, an English poet, born 1757, died 1827. So he's, pretty old. His stuff's pretty old. And he wrote a poem called The Lamb that my dad used to read to us as kids. And today, I found a picture of, it's the last double date that my mom and dad and my wife and I went on before my dad passed away. And this is from 10 years ago, but it sort of popped up on my Facebook timeline. And it just, obviously made me think of him. And I miss him and I love him. And I just, I love this poem, and I can't hear it without thinking of him. So since I'm thinking of him tonight, I thought, you know what? I'm going to read William Blake's The Lamb. And it goes like this. Little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee? Gave thee life, and bid thee feed by the stream and o'er the mead? Gave thee clothing of delight, softest clothing, woolly, bright, gave thee such a tender voice, making all the vales rejoice. Little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee? Little lamb, I'll tell thee. Little lamb, I'll tell thee. He is called by thy name, for he calls himself a lamb. He is meek and he is mild. He became a little child. I a child, and thou a lamb. We are called by his name. Little lamb, God bless thee. Little lamb, God bless thee. That's The Lamb by William Blake. That is very sentimental to me because my dad used to read it, and I better log on off because I'm about to start crying. Thanks for listening. Have a good one. You've been listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, would you mind going and subscribing and leaving a nice review on whatever podcast platform you heard this on? I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.